Hey, what's up and welcome back to Easy Unreal. Today I'm going to break down why Quake II is still one of the best examples of game design even after all these years. We'll take a look at its innovative mechanics and design choices that still hold up today, from fast-paced action to level design brilliance. Before we dive in, if you're into Unreal Engine tips, tricks and game design insights, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. It really helps the channel grow and you'll never miss a new video. Also, if you are just getting started with game design, make sure to download my free 60-page ebook Getting Started with Game Design, a Beginner's Handbook. It's packed with tons of useful information to help you understand core game design principles, addictive gameplay and much more. It's perfect for beginners looking to get a solid foundation in game design. Alright, let's get into it. First, let's dive into the level design. Quake II didn't just throw random corridors at you, it had a clear structure. The game used a hub-based system where you started in a central area and branched out into different missions. And the best part, you could revisit areas later in the game. Back in 1997 that was a pretty big deal. And the levels themselves full of secrets, hidden rooms, bonus ammo, and even story details were tucked away for players who took the time to explore. This made the world feel alive and rewarding to navigate. And the pacing kept the action moving, intense combat followed by quieter exploration. It kept you on your toes without ever burning you out. Now let's talk about gameplay. Quake II nails precision and variety, and the movement smooth as butter. You could strafe, jump and circle strafe like a pro, and it felt fantastic. And the weapons, each one brought something unique to the table. The super shotgun let you deal up close damage and the railgun offered long range precision, and the BFG 10K let you obliterate everything in sight. And the enemies, they kept you on your toes. Some charged at you, others took cover and a few flanked you. Every encounter felt dynamic and challenging. It wasn't just about shooting, it required strategy and skill. Now let's talk tech. Quake II was a technical powerhouse for its time. Fully 3D environments, dynamic lighting and detailed textures. These were cutting edge in 1997 and the atmosphere was incredible. The sound design immersed you in the world. You could hear machinery hum, enemies growl and your own footsteps echoing. It really made you feel like you were inside a dark alien world. And the music was absolute fire. Sonic Mayhem's industrial soundtrack set a perfect tone for the gritty sci-fi vibe. It was intense, moody and undeniably cool. But it doesn't stop there. Quake II wasn't just a great single-player experience, it had an amazing multiplayer mode too. Deathmatches were fast, frantic and ridiculously fun. And the best part, the game was highly moddable. Players could create their own maps, mods and even total conversions. This openness kept the community alive for years and inspired a whole generation of game developers. So why does Quake II still matter? It set the standard for the FPS games. Its level design, gameplay mechanics and technical achievements influenced so many games that came after it. Titles like Half-Life, Unreal Tournament and even modern shooters owe a lot to Quake II. It shows how great design can stand the test of time. So the Quake II isn't just a classic, it's a game that got so many things right, from its level design and gameplay to its atmosphere and modding community. If you never played it, I highly recommend giving a shot. And if you have played, let me know in the comments what's your favorite memory of Quake II. For me, it's definitely the first time I fired the railgun, and that sound, it was awesome. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. Until next time, keep gaming and I'll see you in the next one.